Good afternoon. Today we're going to give a presentation to the TVUSD, which is the Temecula Valley School District Superintendent and 5 of his assistant superintendents, a proposal to bring forward a consultant, a financial consultant to the district / grantsmanship coordinator so that we can alleviate some of the problems that lack of funding and downsizing have created. We're facing a multi-million-dollar downturn in the district this past year after 3 years of additional revenue cuts that we've experienced in the last 3 years. So one of the things that we're proposing here is that we develop a new position, a consulting position for the first year that ultimately will probably turn into another assistant superintendent position. And the focus of this position is going to be someone that's going to come in, reorganize the money, the way that it's being spent, the way that it comes in, because we don't have a lot of potential new resources. Now, we do have new grants programs that we can rely on, and we are going to take advantage of those. Some of those will be facilities grants to put in the type of project that we're talking about, which will be energy efficiency projects. What we have right now is probably $5 to $6 million a year in the district that's being spent for energy consumption. We're going to incorporate ground source heat pumps into the school districts, schools, and the purpose of this will be to cut the energy consumption by 70%. And what this means basically is you take a pipe, you bury it in the ground 5 feet under, which is constant ground temperature. You will then pipe that 55-degree air into each one of your buildings. So instead of taking outside air at night, which is 20 degrees, and heating it up to 68 or 72 degrees, you have 55-degree makeup air, so you only heat it up 13 degrees. So as you can see right there, that's a 70 or 80% savings. On the cooling side, which is one of the biggest costs that we have now in the district, we're finding that on the peak days, for 60 days during the summer, the energy cost just for air conditioning is about $60,000 a day. By using this technology, we'll be able to cut that by 70% because we'll be able to take that same 55-degree air, vent it into the buildings with simple fans, and alleviate the costs by roughly 70%. So as you can see, just on the basic numbers that we've given here, this is a technology that has been tried and true, tested, and it's a working technology that we actually, when I was in Nevada, had the opportunity to try, test, and we came up with the following results. We took 2 identical schools, as we do in most districts, flip-flop the same floor plans to different sites. We built one school with a ground source heat pump, the other that had none. The school that had the ground source heat pump averaged 70% less in energy savings over the course of a year than the traditionally built site. So what this says that in essence, we will be able to, over the course of 30 years, have paid for the original construction cost of the school without having had to spend exorbitant amounts of money on energy on a monthly basis, so that we can, in the district that we're talking about here, TVUSD, will be able to take roughly $4 to $5 million a year that would have been spent on energy costs, transfer those into programs, including teacher retention, building supplies, and supplies for art classes, whatever it happens to be, but monies that can be used directly in the programs for monies that have been cut or stand to be cut in the next year. So we're excited about this program. We want to spend some more time with you personnel and the people who are under your tutelage and get into much more detail as we move along here. So basically what we're talking about and what we've discussed today is a way to save roughly 70% of the energy costs within the district by retrofitting buildings with grant monies that are available and or energy savings performance contracts, the details of which we'll get into at our next presentation. But we're looking at significant savings so that we do not have to have personnel cuts or cut resources. Thank you.